Okay, thank you.
How much time is it?
42 seconds.
Also, Rob,
Yes.
because Sam's not here, she's kind of been keeping us on track with the pictures behind us.
Okay.
But she's not here, so nobody else upstairs thinks about it. So if you could think about it, that'd be great.
Yeah. 5, 4. Yeah, we'll get it.
This place.
2.
What you say?
Okay, when you drink a martini, sometimes I like olives in a martini. I don't do martinis very often, but when I do, I like a lot of olives in there. Like dirty martini.
You like it dirty.
But I don't like it stuffed with feta. Oh, God.
I love feta.
Oh, well, marry it.
Maybe I will.
Here's a new combo for the martini lover. Philadelphia cream cheese folks have introduced a limited edition Philly-tini. Here's the new twist. They are stuffed with Philadelphia cream cheese. They are available exclusively at Divina Market, wherever that is, for $15. That's for a 2-pack. Oh, it's a blend of tradition with, fresh creamy flavor. Now, see, I'm a big fan of Philadelphia cream cheese, so I would go for an olive stuffed with that. Just got to find me a Divina Market or Divina. I'm going to look it up.
I'll take any kind of olive, any kind of way, with any kind of cheese.
I'll take the martini.
Okay.
Bob Kelly said he just wants the martini.
Do you know what Summerween is?
Something about Halloween in the summer?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's spooky season in the summer.
Stores like Michael's are embracing the new term as they roll out their spooky decorations and candy right now. Like a lei wearing skeleton and pillows with swimming skeletons on them. And also at Marshall's and TJ Maxx.
All right.
The National Retail Federation reports early Halloween shopping is up 10% from 5 years ago.
Gosh, already.
That looks like a Valentine's Day Halloween. Oh, look at some of this. Yeah, those are cute.
Yeah. I do not like Halloween.
Ugh.
Never have.
But yet, every year.
Except when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
You go around the neighborhood and get candy. But I got over it by the time I was about 9.
I've not gotten over it.
We're-
Free candy, you get to dress up and have fun. Like, what's that to
When
like?
did it become an adult thing? Oh, God.
Peanut butter cups. Hershey bars.
By the way, I'm going to turn on our little camera for behind the scenes. We call this Good Day Philadelphia behind the scenes. You can only see it on the app, though, which is called Fox Local.
Oh, also on YouTube.
And also on YouTube.
And that way, if you do it on YouTube, you can comment in the chat and we can respond and have a
Yeah.
little conversation.
I know you 8 o'clock viewers have not experienced this, so I'm going to turn... Oh, is it on? Yeah, I think it's on.
And we're on.
I'll get a better headroom. There's a lot of headroom there. Anyway, I'll fix that, and then we'll do the 8 o'clock hour now.
You want it at a different hour now?
I just
Or do we
mix it
just
up.
forget it at 7?
Mike wanted to do it at 8.
Am I? Yes. Am I right?
Oh, strike. We're into 8 hours of this now. Nearly 10,000 city workers officially on strike as of midnight. All sorts of stuff. Trash pickup affected. How about the rec centers? City pools, 911 call centers, corrections officers. It goes on and on.
It's finally happening. The WNBA is coming to Philly. So, what should the new team be called? And what are the steps to actually getting this to happen?
Okay.
Oh my God. You look like the 4th of July.
Real bad. It's National Hot Dog Month. Yeah, 31 days of this. Let's get fancy with our weenies. Now, some viewers said, have you ever had a Texas Tommy? This was 2 weeks ago. So we investigated what the heck that is, and a place called the Royal Tavern. They're so good. They have it on the menu. So we're going to learn what that is. We have flavors of hot dogs that I'd never heard of. If you were going to name a hot dog an Iceland hot dog, what would that be, do you think?
I don't know. There's
The
Iceland.
country of Iceland.
I can't wait to see.
Yeah. Like I said, we're doing behind the scenes on the app, so make sure you have the app. Here comes Scott at 8:01.
Hey guys, temperatures are heating up into the upper 70s right now. It's very muggy. It's the air you can wear, and the stage will be set later on this afternoon into this evening for thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong to severe as we watch that cold front approach the area. No rainfall right now down the shore. Folks are out and about. It's warm, it's muggy, but of course, the timing of this system late this afternoon and into this evening, but you can see that front is still well off to the west of us. We're under a flood watch for 1 to 3 inches of rainfall. Philadelphia points northwest, interior South Jersey, even Newcastle County, Delaware, and add insult to injury. Some of those storms could be severe on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2. So a slight risk for, of course, winds gusting over 60 miles per hour with this system. High temperatures, upper 80s to near 90 degrees, and we're looking at the forecast for the Phils. Temperatures by first pitch right around 80, 81 degrees, but thunderstorms could impact the game, so that's certainly something we'll be watching as we go hour by hour. Look at this. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, looking along the I-95 corridor for some of those downpours as well as
Could you do
that
the
risk
villain
for severe
in,
storms. It kind of lingers into Wednesday morning. Some clouds as well as showers. I think the best coverage will be down the shore. Those temperatures over the next several days, 84 for tomorrow.
Was the Bruce Willis
temperatures,
Christmas
90
movie?
Thursday, but the 4th of July looking pretty good, a high of 86 degrees. What about the roads on this Tuesday, Bob?
He's passed now, but
on
Alan
this
Reichman.
weekend. We're still dealing with this closure of Broad Street up in Lansing because of the early morning train accident. Let's roll some video from our news van on the scene here earlier. That pickup truck collided with that train at around 3 o'clock this morning, right around when we were getting the heavy rains and thunderstorms. But this is Broad Street, right in front of the Lansdale-Doylestown train station, right in front of the Borough Hall. So if you come back to the maps, Broad Street closed this morning. Your alternates would be Green, Richardson, or Line Street. You kind of get across the railroad tracks. Now, SEPTA, close to 10,000 people use this regional rail line each and every day. So the Lansdale-Doylestown inbound service totally suspended. Outbound service only operating Center City to Glenside until further notice. East on the Schuylkill Expressway, running slow, just kind of yucky and muggy, and everything's damp and wet.
Did we move all those services? Yes, I'm going to start with the services and then go to Hank.
Same deal coming in from New Jersey, slow going through the construction zone, and look at the delays at Philly
he's not
International.
just staring
39
at us.
delays, 40 cancellations. That's just this morning alone. So just be prepared if you kind of fly that second round coming in later on this afternoon. Mike and Alex, back over to you.
We're going on 8 hours now. District 33 went on strike at 12:01.
So that means that nearly all city services will be impacted. Streets, sanitation, parks and rec departments, as well as corrections and the Philadelphia Housing Authority. Also, if you were going to call 911, police dispatchers have been affected. Trash collectors, a lot of people are worried about where they're going to have to put their trash and what's going to mean for that.
Yeah.
Water treatment plant operators, and this is just a few that we're naming here.
Yeah, because we're talking about 10,000 people, Hank, right?
See what happens to that Phillies game.
Yeah.
They're still in town tomorrow. So if they do cancel, they'll probably do one of those thing like double headers they did the other day. Where
You know what time the Wednesday game's supposed to be?
Wednesday game
Early,
right?
right? Yeah.
So they would do.
Yep, that's it. That's all they'll do.
They're still in town.
Which would probably, they probably should, I mean, honestly, I just think it's gonna be,
Well, depends upon
if it can happen,
they go on the television.
if it can happen, it will.
I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, sir.
We got it.
Every single day. It's around midnight workers. As you can see now on the picket line, it's got widespread impact from the water department. And they say they've got cross-training people so they won't be super impacted the parks and rec. Streets, sanitation, the libraries. It's a lot going into the 4th of July weekend, guys. officials have had to make contingency plans across the board, including planning at the call center and elsewhere. Parents just gonna have to make do.
We're going to use our boots now in preparation and be able to move our personnel from the street into the 911 center. And this will be weekend officers into the 911 center. We have about 200 officers from our pool of officers that will be focused on the 911 center.
District Council 33 workers handle the maintenance of our city pools, so only 25 pools will remain open during any work stop.
These kids don't have nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to do, outside all day, because the parents are working all day. This is the city's alternative for all the kids. It keeps them out of trouble.
Yeah, not much in the way of info as to what might bring the two sides together today. We do need a conversation to make Portugal. They just fought apart on Monday. The mayor says the one-year extension of DC 33 just wrapped up last night with a record 75% over the last one. I'm not sure what that is all right now, but this potential contract, inflation, and food and housing costs have been setting records over the course of the last several years. DC 33 leadership has said they're not going to sign for anything that won't allow rank and file workers to earn a proper living wage. And they're out here now, right now, these workers striking outside of the city's garbage and recycling depot here in Delaware Avenue. I have spoken with a bunch of them today, but they're all putting their formal communications in the hands of DC 33 leadership. They seem absolutely unified right now, guys. One more word, though, from the schools. Is that crossing guards? There's something like 60 different schools that have summer programs. They will not be on site today, so you parents...
We should add that to the list if we have to do any crossing guards.
Keep that in mind. We don't know how long it'll go, guys, but as long as sanitation and the streets are involved here, you got to play with the temperature and the humidity being real high. And it doesn't last long, guys.
That's for sure. Back in 1986, it was hot in July in 1986. It went 20 days. Yeah, it went almost a full week. I don't see that happening, but we'll stay on it. 8:08 now.
The Pennsylvania man accused of killing 4 college students in Idaho has agreed to plead guilty in their murders in order to avoid the death penalty.
Yep, Brian Koberger will plead today. He'll say, I did it. He'll now spend the rest of his life in prison, obviously, without the possibility of parole. He's accused of killing those 4 Idaho University students, stabbed to death in their off-campus home brutally. Koberger will be sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences on the murder counts and receive the maximum penalty of 10 years on the burglary count, if that matters. Some families of the victims expressed outrage over the plea deal. Sentencing will likely take place later this month. Many of them, the family members, wanted the trial to take place and end in a death penalty. 8:09 now.
Bartending for a cause, Jason Kelce raised more than $1 million for the Eagles Autism Foundation at his latest fundraising event in Sea Isle City.
Yeah, you know all about the event where that happened. So we wanted to give you an update on how much money they raised, and Alex just did. All right, that was his 5th time he's done that.
I think it was a Speedo that really put it over.
Probably so, that thrust that into the lead. Team 62 at the Ocean Drive event last week. Yep, $1 million raised, breaking last year's record. They got close to $900,000 last year.
That was it. That was the moment.
Yep, there you go. So nicely done. It is for autism research, so it was well worth it. Well, it finally happened. A WNBA team is coming to Philly. So what should the new name for the team be? We have collated your suggestions. We've whittled it down to 6. We'll put the 6 on the screen and let you vote as we talk to Jen Leary. She's with the Watch Party PHL. She's got some new details on the whole thing coming up next.
Hey, Rose. For these villains, are you showing video or is it just a picture or what? Okay. Because I sent you another one. I'm looking to find video, but I didn't know if we were doing that. So wasn't he into Marvel too?
Who played the Joker that killed himself?
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I never liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah, gross. I don't think we started the go boat yet, did we? Yeah, it's 9 seconds is too short. So, show me a
30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah.
give me a shot of a weenie. Give me the shot of the Royal Tavern. You have that? Okay.
15 seconds. Let me see if I can grab it. Alright, try and grab one of those. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stand by.
Okay, apparently Nifty 50s has Texas Tommies. But I know the Royal Tavern has a really good one too.
Let's try it.
All right.
I start making.
Famous scene. Why am I?
I don't really need that.
Nah.
Is it true you can't put to death a person with autism?
And then we'll get him mic'd up.
Okay.
Is it true, right?
That's it. You can't.
And then
She
Scott
got-
will be in the keyboard here.
Koberger was diagnosed with autism by law.
Oh, they tried to use
cannot-
that as a
And then
defense.
JV
They
again.
tried, but I don't think it.
Okay, could you just say your name for me and Jonathan Center?
January 10/9/765.
Fruit.
Okay, so we're gonna go right here. And then I'll walk you through
Drag
this.
sprout.
Tamika Shipman. She and her husband are up for America's favorite couple.
I have another friend who's at 4 too.
Well, hopefully annoying is a category.
Stop it.
What? I'm kidding. I mean,
He's kidding, guys. He does
I'm
not
kidding,
mean
I'm
that. Oh, here we are.
you know what? Did you see it? Beachgoers in Portugal, look at that. Capture
Wow.
the rare phenomenon. Scott's going to explain exactly what this is. I certainly know it as my early days in television as a roll cloud. It was recorded across the northern and central coast of Portugal. Climate experts say the cloud forms under certain temperatures, humidity, and conditions of wind. Well, obviously, that's called weather. For example, when the surface of land is hot during the day and cold air sweeps in after the sun sets, forcing the hot air to rise, creating that phenomenon. And that looks like it was maybe, oh, is that a water spout too? Looks like the sun is starting to set there in Portugal. Isn't that wild looking?
Waking up and seeing that on the beach, I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Scott will explain better in 14 seconds.
All right, Rose, I found it.
You may have to re-react that video. You might have to re-react that video if Scott talks about it.
Yeah, I mean, that scene in Portugal looked almost apocalyptic due to really just the difference in temperature during the day, diurnal heating, and sometimes that
The
forms our
commissioner
showers and thunderstorms.
is
So
from
you have the
around
cooler
here.
water temperatures, you have the land that heats up faster than the water, and
That's
then
in
you get
Joseph.
that rising air. So, of course,
Would you love to
creating that
play?
phenomenon,
No,
that roll cloud,
Well,
but it just
actually,
looks
that's
like
not
a
true. I
big
did in high
wave
school.
headed
That's
toward
fine.
those folks there
it's
in
not mentioned.
Portugal.
I did too in
I'm
high
not
school. Can you
anticipating
pass that way over by
any
that box?
roll clouds across our area, but we will
played
see
women's
some
professional football.
cumulonimbus clouds bubbling up as we set the stage for strong and severe thunderstorms later on this afternoon. In fact, they will be slow movers, 1 to 3 inches of rainfall. Yes, the threat is there for winds to gust over 60 miles per hour, possible
And then
power
it'll play out the
outages
center.
with that system.
Wells
Temperatures
read
will be
last
topping
night
out
they're gonna be
upper
playing-
80s to near
yeah,
90
and
degrees
I
before
think
the
Wells
storms
Fargo
move
from
in.
Maryland,
And the
Sixers are
all-important
still playing
forecast,
on
we could have
building a
some
new
storms
stadium.
by the time of first pitch, maybe some
Guess
lightning in
eventually
the
it'll
vicinity.
come
So the
And
Phillies
the
game
sorry,
could
the
definitely be in jeopardy as we go hour by hour. You can see fairly quiet now, but by 5, 6, 7 o'clock, looking at those storms moving toward Philadelphia, continuing into Delaware as well as South Jersey.
I don't know
For
that
the
much. Like,
overnight,
I
you
know-
can
I don't know
leftover
much more than
showers
you guys know. I
for
have
Wednesday
some
morning.
insider
Temperatures
information, but,
tomorrow,
like,
84
that the
degrees,
name is gonna
90
be
by
so far down
Thursday,
the
maybe a
line.
pop-up stray storm, but another system
Except the
moves
one is so
through
merchandise,
Thursday
it's just-
evening, and temperatures
Yeah,
are
that's
comfortable
true.
for the 4th of July. High temperature, 86 degrees. We'll update this forecast later in the broadcast. Back over to you.
Okay, this was the talk of the town yesterday. I'm telling you, I had no idea so many people were excited about getting a WNBA franchise. Well, we got one.
And it just makes sense. And the WNBA commissioners from our area,
That's right.
Camden County, Kathy Engelbert, made the announcement yesterday.
It's runs 24 seconds.
The WNBA is expanding from our currently announced 15 teams to 18 teams over the next few years. So on behalf of the entire WNBA, I'm thrilled to welcome Cleveland and Detroit back, and to welcome Philadelphia officially to the WNBA.
Say bye.
Yeah, the commissioner, her dad played at St. Joe's, as I remember. So then they set out a kind of an inspirational video to go along with the announcement.
Oh, it's beautiful. New home
Yeah.
team, that's
Yeah.
right. So here to talk about the announcement is Jen Leary, host and organizer of Watch Party PHL. And you may remember her because we were talking and we featured you because you would put together these watch parties. Please explain for folks who may not be familiar with Watch Party PHL.
Yeah, so we do women's sports watch parties around the city. We do them for the WNBA, the NWSL, all women's sports teams. We do them a couple times a month. And it's really, the goal is to bring together a group of women's sports fans from Philly who all are passionate about women's sports and want to see a team here. And that was our goal, right? To show the NWSL and the WNBA that Philly is a women's sports
How's
town.
the turnout?
So you showed them.
We showed them.
Yeah.
Because the turnout's been like, you've had great turnout.
Really
Oh,
good.
yeah, really good. We average about 150 people a watch party, depending on the sport, but as many as 650.
Where do you do it?
We do them all over the city. We
Okay.
do them we do them at 2 locals. We do them at Dock Street. We do them at Stir Lounge. So we try to spread them out around the city to make it accessible for everyone.
So how does it feel, and how did you feel when you heard about the announcement that we're getting a team?
Right? So ecstatic. I kind of had an inkling that was what was coming, but just when you see Philadelphia up on the screen and you hear Philadelphia coming out of the WNBA commissioner's mouth, I can't explain it. I'm so excited.
Now we have 18 teams, and for the love, I mean, Philadelphia is a basketball mecca.
Yep.
We should have had a team maybe a while back.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been fighting for it. There have been a lot of people behind the scenes fighting for this, especially the Philadelphia sisters, Wanda and Alex Sykes, for 6 years have been championing this cause. And so, I'm really happy for them. I'm happy for the city. I'm happy for our watch party community.
And so it'll be 2030. That's what we know that they are, of course. There's
Yep.
Wanda and Alex. 2030, and we probably think it's because there's other teams. They have to put them all in.
Ramp up.
Yep, they're going to stagger them, which makes sense. We want to make sure each team gets its time to build and shine.
Don Staley has to be the first coach, right? Don't you think?
She's said publicly many times
Yes.
she does not want to coach professional.
I know.
So I kind of want Elena Deladon. She's from Delaware, still close by.
We got
right?
4 years to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Just like we're talking about the name, everybody's weighing in on what they think the name should be.
Who would name the team? The owners?
I think, the owners.
Oh.
Well, hopefully they'll listen to the people, and I do hope, because a lot of folks, when it comes to the New York Liberty, when it comes to mascots, I hope we also
my
have a
God,
say in that. Ellie's one of my favorite mascots, and
Yeah.
she goes viral all the time. People love her, and so hopefully we get a mascot kind of like that people can get behind and have fun with.
There she is.
Yeah, look at her moves.
So they already have the name Liberty, but we couldn't just go with Bells. So we spent 2 hours this morning
Yeah.
asking our viewers,
Okay.
give us names, then we collated it down to 6. Let's put them up and see. Well, let's start voting now. We'll see how this goes up till about 10 o'clock this morning. Can you read
So
the...
Freedom, it's in the prompter. Bells, Johns, 76 Hers, Love, or the Philadelphia Broad.
No, it can't be broads. It's not a good term. So, God, our viewers are great. Just because it's on Broad Street, we can't call them broads.
I like Freedom, PH.
I do too. Now, there's
Which we've had Freedom before.
the tennis team is gone, though, isn't it? That was named the Philadelphia
It was
Freedom.
Billie Jean King,
Yeah.
right? She was a part of that.
Bells, I don't like.
You don't? I
You
like
don't?
Bells.
Because of the ES, like
It's too soft.
feminine. This is
It is.
Well, you could just drop the E, then it's
Yeah.
Bells.
What about Johns? You'd have to explain it to everybody else.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. We have plenty of time.
Yep. 5 years.
5 years. By the way, that'll go like that.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you're keeping the watch parties going, right?
Yeah, well, we're opening a women's sports bar.
I heard.
Actually, it's going to be cafe, co-working space by day with all the most recent women's sports news.
Hey,
and
when you
games
open that, will
playing.
you come back?
Of course.
Or
yes.
we'll send a camera over there.
Come.
Yeah, we want to
All
see
right.
it.
Yep.
Be there.
Thank you much.
Yeah, thank
you.
you guys.
You're done.
Yes, we're getting it to you.
You're the best. Ow. I'm kidding.
All right, guys.
So you don't want anything.
Thank you.
So that means 76 Hers. You don't like.
6 Hers.
So what name do you think would be good?
Nails.
Someone said the
you
Philadelphia Lightning because of like Ben Franklin.
I don't mind that.
Thing,
That's a good one.
Okay.
Right? I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I kind of like I do like the PH for freedom. I don't know. I don't think they're going to listen. I was like, they did the Toronto Tempo and everyone in Toronto hates it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, but we're going to buy the merchandise anyway.
That's
So.
true.
I don't care what we think.
Right.
Well,
That's
thank
true.
you guys so much.
Thank you for
Yeah.
what you did to help
Of
bring this and
course.
show the interest.
Yeah, thanks for showing Wanda and Alex. Too.
Yes.
They
Sure.
really have poured their heart into this.
They've been very
Yeah.
vocal about bringing the team here.
Yeah, so take care, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
I do like Lightning, even though there is a Tampa
I
Bay
like
Lightning
that.
hockey team.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, minute 15 now.
Hers chips.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Hers.
76 Hers.
Yeah, just because they're females doesn't have to have some female quality.
I
to it.
know, but I think it's cutesy.
I like it spelled with an F though. The PH seems gimmicky to me.
Oh, yeah.
Although, yeah, freedom's with an F.
Freedom. Okay.
How about the estrogen?
I like it.
All right, someone said, am I going to throw popcorn on or spill popcorn? No popcorn today. We're trying to start a new leaf. Melissa says, I think it's hilarious. I'm in Dallas, Texas, watching all on my TV instead of my local news. Can't tell you what's happening here, but I know the weather in Philly today.
Nice.
We love the
Nice.
Dallas.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Philly
5,
bouncers.
4, 3, 2, stand by. So, Daryl on our YouTube stream says, what about the Philadelphia Revolutions?
Oh, wait a minute. I like that.
Yeah.
We should bounce Broad off that choice. That's never going to fly with the league. But I do like what Jen said, the Lightning. A couple of people suggested the Lightning because, what's that guy's name? Benny
Franklin,
Benny
yes.
Franklin.
He's pretty famous.
It'd be kind of a cool logo too. Except I know there's Tampa Bay Lightning, but
That's the basketball team? That's the women's
a
basketball?
hockey,
Oh, well.
men's hockey team.
Good news for the fans of The Devil Wears Prada movie. The sequel is officially in the works.
This one's 20 seconds.
There's only one of them, right? Or did they do a sequel already?
Did I say more than one? I thought I said one.
You did say one. You did say one.
The movies.
Oh, movies. Possessive.
Yeah, I didn't say it. There was a musical.
I like that logo, the shoes.
Yeah,
It's always been that?
Yes.
I've seen portions of it. When I worked for our network up on 6th Avenue, they were shooting right around where we did our TV show. So I saw a lot of the production. And then I've seen clips where she's so mean to everybody.
Well, it's official because 20th Century Studios just dropped that video. All four of the original movie's biggest stars are returning to their roles nearly 20 years later. That's cool. So Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, and Stanley Tucci. At the moment, the movie is expected to hit theaters next May. Oh, it has to be the first Monday in May, right?
Why?
Isn't that when the Met Gala is?
Oh, yes. I didn't put two and two together
Okay.
there.
Well, if you're going to do it in
Yeah.
May and it's about Vogue and being the editor, you think that's
Sure.
one of their biggest events.
I believe it's the first Monday of May. Mm-hmm. All I care about right now is this. It's National Hot Dog Month. Yes, it's only the first day. But we're doing fancy weenies today. Hi, Nick. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, from the Royal Tavern. They're switching it up. Different dogs almost every other day. And he brought in some for us to try, okay? What would be on an Icelandic dog?
Icelandic dog's got a little bit of everything.
Oh, wait, don't reveal it yet.
Okay.
Don't show!
Clear.
Not only if it's a pet dog, if it's a hot dog, you got to do a jumper dog. Every time.
Every time.
305 break.
George Clinton was in Asbury Park on Sunday, but
No, they can use like.
what the hell is Bustle magazine? Just a study of rear ends?
Yep, Scott, you're in his face mask here.
Okay. Another example of how people don't listen.
Minute
Think
45.
about this.
Yep, face mask is important.
Why sirens?
No, the
Oh,
other.
you're being funny
Yeah.
about Liberty. Because we've said that a million times.
90. Ready for some hot dog?
He gets by.
Minute 15. Isn't that what they call you guys?
Both of our posted horribly yesterday.
Horrible.
I don't know what was up. I was like, dang.
45.
I was embarrassed to know you.
I'm embarrassed to know myself. I can always archive it.
Actually, Sylvie does. Alright. My side. How much time? $15.
Okay, I'm gonna just have to go with the copy because I am.
6.
Okay, 'cause I'm not
Five,
sure I
4,
understand what we're
3,
eating. I'm not even in the
2, stand by.
or the town. Oh, I just got my edition of Bustle magazine.
Ooh, look at Quinta.
On the cover of Bustle, she had some fun when she was there on the shoot. She was asked two things. If she was queen of the world, what would she completely ban in life? And what would be something that would get people sent to a dungeon? And okay, now I get it. If she was queen of the world, what would she have banned? You know, Bustle magazine. It's a celebration of the coverings of booties. Why would they call it Bustle?
Maybe hustle and bustle. I don't know.
Hustle and bustle? You think that's what it is? Just activity, bustle?
Maybe, I don't know. I can look it up though. How about that?
All right, here's Scott.
Hey guys, you might put some hustle and bustle in your step later on this afternoon because we're watching the threat for strong and severe thunderstorms. Nothing right now, but the temperatures, they're climbing into the 80s, upper 80s near 90 degrees later on this afternoon. That cold front still well up to the west, moving through sections of the Great Lakes, but out ahead of that front, those temperatures are going to soar, and that's where we will squeeze out some moisture. Flood watches have been posted, in fact, for a couple of inches
All right,
of
see you
rain
tomorrow.
before all is said and done. The severe weather risk on a scale of 1 to 5, it's a 2. That's a slight